In this video, I'm playing Backgammon versus the Bot with my good friend Hal Heinrich. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Please let me know what you think in the comments below and what you'd like to see in future videos so I can work on that. My book, Backgammon, Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is in the description. In this video, again, it's my pleasure of having my good friend and 1990 world champion of backgammon, Hal Heinrich. Thank you for joining me. Welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
Oh, good. Just played some pickleball, so I'm all warmed up.
We were talking about that. I know there are a number of people that play backgammon that also like pickleball.
Well, that gets you out of your chair.
Yeah, it's good exercise, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Is that a game you can play like two people, or can you do like four people? You could do doubles?
Typically, we play doubles because it's mostly retirees. But yeah, there's certainly singles being played, especially at the higher levels.
Yeah. And it's normally outdoors, right?
Depends on the weather. Here in Calgary at this time of the year, there's not much going outdoors.
Where do you live in Calgary?
In the Northeast.
Calgary in Alberta, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how's the weather there now? It's cold?
We just got over a cold snap, so everything's melting. It's kind of messy and sloppy.
Yeah, I was talking with I did a video with someone from San Diego. He said, "Oh, it's nice. It's in the 70s right now." I'm
That
sure
would be nice.
it's colder there, isn't it?
Yeah, what are we? We're kicking around, I guess, to convert it to your temperatures, maybe like 40, 45.
Yeah, yeah, I did it. There are like not a lot of backgammon players in Canada, but there are a few good ones like yourself. And I actually just did a video with Ryan Rebello. He's in
Uh-huh.
near Montreal in Quebec, and it was pretty cold there too. Okay, I don't think I could ever live in those kinds of places, but
Well, and if we had the same weather you did, we'd be just as crowded as you are.
it's peaceful there.
It's quieter, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Have you lived there your whole life?
I've been here since about 1980, so
Long
24,
time.
25 years.
Yeah.
No, 40
40,
years.
40. I know.
40, yeah, yeah.
Time
Yeah,
flies.
so,
Okay, so we'll go ahead and start. Here we go. Let me pull this up. There we go. You able to see the screen now, Hal?
yeah,
Okay, great. So this is going to be a three-point match. We're playing on a beautiful uh, Backgammon Galaxy board, and this is the I think it's the Earth board with the moon inlay, the gray with red and blue checkers, colors that you like. This skin is made by Rain. He makes outstanding skins for very reasonable prices. I'll put a link in the description. So you guys can look at it in terms of the viewers and three-point match. You can consult with me. We'll play the match and then afterwards we'll analyze it. So just let me know when you want to roll or you want to double, but we're starting with an opening 6-5, and that's of course just running, right?
sure.
Okay. Now 3-1. Okay. 2-1.
Just to the 10.
10. Yeah. This does have the benefit of keeping this back here, but it kind of duplicates some of the numbers like 3-1 and 5-3 here. At the same time, sometimes this is kind of like a nice idea because it freezes the 8 point. If he rolls like a 4-2 or a 5-3, you get a direct shot. But I don't. I think this is probably better. I don't know. We'll look in the analysis. But do you have any further comments on this?
No,
Yeah, we're going to have players of different levels, so sometimes we'll discuss simple things and sometimes more complicated ones. All right, double one. Another 2-1.
okay. Cover the blot.
I have a friend, when somebody rolls the same number twice, he says, you must not have played it the right way last time, so you rolled it again. All right, 5-4. Now 6-1.
Make the bar.
Okay. Now 2-1.
just to the 10.
Yeah, practice makes perfect with that roll.
Uh-huh.
I know oftentimes you use a 2-1 like this to make the 5 point, but here you don't really want to leave that double shot against the 3 point board, and you have one checker back. You just want to get it back, and you're ahead in the race too.
The only thing I was thinking about was hitting on the 4, but it doesn't feel right here.
And then how would you play the ace?
I guess you step up.
Yeah, yeah,
But this just seems wrong. It doesn't seem close.
yeah. Okay, so now solid 5 prime, 3-1.
10, 7, 24, 23.
Is there any play you can make here where you would take a double?
No, I'm thinking more about making sure I get doubled so he doesn't play on.
Yeah, so the best play. I mean, like, there's also this option. I think it's probably a pass regardless, right?
Actually, this is probably better.
Yeah.
This is probably better. I would actually make this play instead.
Okay, what would you take if you were doubled from this position?
Well, I have a feeling we're going to get a chance to find out.
We will. Okay, so you want to make this play?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here's your chance.
Okay, what's the race?
We're ahead by 3 pips.
Okay, which is like being down 1 pip. So you got 4, you got 2 men back. I'm going to let it go. It
Yeah.
might take. I don't think it's a giant pass, but
Yeah, we'll look at it in the analysis. And in the analysis, we'll also be able to copy and paste it onto a different board and modify the position to look at some variants. I think that's very educational. Okay, so now we're down 0-1, so 3 away, 2 away with a 6-4 he ran. Now 5-1, so here's the 5.
slot.
Yep. So this is a good question for the novice players. A lot of players would do this. What's the reason that you choose slotting?
Primarily because I'm down in the score.
Down in the score?
Yeah, so as red here, I'm going to double with almost any excuse, right? So if I'd rolled a 3-1 and he rolls like a non-number, I'm doubling,
Yeah.
right? And he's only got 1 man back, so if we get things going, we can kind of threaten him a little bit. He's not going to make an anchor for a while in our home board.
Right, because of one checker back. The
Yeah.
other thing that this does is it duplicates a lot of the 4s. Like the 4 here, also 4-2 can be used to make this point, and 4-3 and 5-4 can be used to make this, and the 3-1 that would hit here can be used here. So that duplicates a lot of numbers. I believe this is also correct for money.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, you don't want to double yet, right?
No, we need a little
Yeah.
more.
I feel like at 3-way, 2-way, you do want to double aggressively, but not quite as aggressively as at 4-way, 2-way.
Right.
Okay, so 4-3.
So we cover. And step up to the 20.
Step up to the 20.
Yeah.
What was the other option or options that you were considering with the 3?
Oh, just 13
With the 4?
9.
13-9?
Yeah.
Okay. So what makes you favor the stepping up versus 13-9?
Well, I mean, you're stepping into coming in under the gun, but I think it's okay here. You know, he's only got 1 man back. It's a little passive. You don't want to give him a free roll. You got to take the fight to him. You get one good sequence, you're flipping the cube.
Okay. Okay. Double 6.
Okay.
3-1. So the 3 is forced.
Yeah. And then 6-5.
6-5. Spread out the builders, and you don't want to come here under the gun under 6s too.
Well, you're more duplicating his numbers now. So
Yep.
all of his odd numbers work, but if you roll any even number, you know, the best he can do is like put 2 on the roof with the 2, right?
Yeah.
So it's more about duplication, but it's nice we can diversify our builders.
Right, right. And yeah, it would duplicate, this would diversify for the opponent.
Yes.
One of the things I look at, it's kind of like pattern recognition. You see how these are two apart and these are two apart and these are also two apart. So the same numbers that hit here also hit here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good. Okay, 5-4 hits that way.
Okay. Hang on. Hang on.
Hang on.
What's the race? We're down 40.
Yeah, 39 pips.
All right. We can wait.
Okay. 6-1. We didn't lose our market yet.
No, no, we didn't do that. Okay. That's we're not doubling now.
Okay, not doubling yet. All right. Well, we're probably not going to be doubled.
No, I think he wants to play for the G here.
Yep. Okay.
He's well on his way.
This might be a short match.
Yeah, I don't like our chances.
We might get a chance to play another match though.
Yeah, this one doesn't seem overly interesting.
Yeah. We might get a shot. Who knows?
Harder now.
Yeah. Okay. I'll play this out and then I'll pause it. We'll go through the analysis. It should be quick.
No,
What do you want to do?
you got to get every crossover you can.
1, 2, 3, 4? Or do you want to go 1, 2, 3?
So hang on. Well, how many? What are we, even or odd here? No, you can play 1 to the 7 now. You want to have enough number of crossovers, right? In case you get 2 sets.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, right. Because now if we get 2 sets of boxes, we get 1 checker off.
Yeah. So
Right?
you'll need 3s or higher to get. Yeah. Well, you'll need no. You'll need more than. Actually,
Well,
threes will do it.
sure they will.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you'll need boxes. So boxes now are boxes then. Okay, you can give up now. It's over.
Now it's Jen. Okay. Now we'll analyze the match. This should be relatively quick. It was a brief match, so we'll have time for another one. Okay, so the 6-5 was obvious, clear. This was the one we were talking about in terms of the 2-1.
Uh-huh.
They're rather close. Yeah, essentially tied. Not a big deal. And the 2-1 again, it was the same thing. And the 6-1 was clear. And the 2-1 again. So look, that one that we were talking about, the hitting play.
Yeah, how bad is it? Well, look at that. It's only 3 cents.
Yeah.
That's pretty cheap.
Yeah. Okay. And then the 3-1
Yeah.
was, yeah, that was the play, but it
That's
turns
what saved me from a blunder or an error, I guess.
yeah, it looks like the blunder was actually passing. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not shocked. Crank up the analysis, would you?
This is plus plus. Oh, this is not plus plus. This is plus. Okay. Plus plus.
So what are we giving up here? We're giving up 30. So that's a blunder to pass this.
Yeah, we can do it here. Let's see what it would look like for money, for example. It's a take, but it's only 8. It's only 718, whereas at 308, 308, it's 869. Let's look at it at a 7-point match. Now it's 743. So looking at this, you see it's about 2-1 in terms of wins, but the gammons are lopsided, 21 versus 8%. So yeah, let's see about like other scores, for example. If it's like 4 away, we're at 3 away, 4 away. Now this is probably closer. Yeah, this is a big pass, right? If we're 3 away, and then if it's 4 away, 2 away, this is a big pass, almost too good. And what if it were three away, two away, or two away, three away? Now it's still a big pass. I guess it turns out because of the score, it's still a take.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm not shocked by that, but
I know.
these are hard to gauge.
These are hard because I think if we don't get hit here and we make this point, we have some semblance of a counter prime with
Yeah.
one or possibly two checkers behind it. Um, and there's this mantra, the best way to counter a prime is with a counter prime. So obviously there's a five prime here, but if we were able to manage some sort of even a solid four prime or a broken five prime, might have some chances. So that's interesting. That's a tough one. Okay, so we'll look at the next game. The 5-1, yeah, this is the one where you split, right? I mean, you slot
Yeah.
because of those reasons we discussed. And then we can look at this for money too, like I was saying. Yeah, it's close for money. All right, so the 4-3, yeah, it was the 13-9. That's why I was asking about this one. It liked the covering in 13-9, which results in this play. I feel like here, kind of like unnecessarily stepping under the gun, and I guess we want to attack more and build the board to try to get a gammon at this score.
Well, I'm doubling long before I'm in any gammon territory. All right. The gammon is tomorrow's problem. First problem is to be able to flip the cube.
Well, yeah, but you also want like a gammonish position is useful to double because a double gammon will
Yeah.
win the match, right? Um, yeah, and 13-9 wins more gammons. Yeah. Okay. So the 3-1 was right to come in and then slide 6-5. And then we danced, and then the 6-2 was forced, and then we danced again, and that was pretty much it.
Yep.
There was that one with the double five, which really didn't matter.
No, it's theoretical.
It's irrelevant. Um, okay, so what we can do, since that was a short match, I'll save it, I'll do some analysis, and we can play another one. Okay, so 6-3, and now same 3-point match, 3-1,
Okay, 5 point.
5 point. So a lot of people just instinctively hit.
It's right sometimes, but I don't think it's right here.
Yeah. Against a 6-4, it's barely right to hit and split. But the other ones it's a little better to make the point. Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Okay. Double two.
We're down 14. Yeah, hit him one time. Reach out
Yeah.
and touch someone.
What are the other options? Because with the doubles, there are always a lot of reasonable options, right?
Well, you would certainly make your 4 point if you're not hitting,
Mm-hmm.
and you would look. Hmm.
What would you look at? Like bringing two down or two up,
No. So for sure, I'm going to go to the 22.
like this,
Oh, no, no.
or just with one of them?
And now you think. Now, like if I'm not hitting, these three are clear. And now I have to decide on the last one. And I guess I would make the 22.
Yeah.
Making the 11 just seems wrong. I don't think making the 11 can be right.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oftentimes with an early double two, like a reply, the default play is bring two off the 6 point and two off the 13 point.
But that's if your 5 point is open.
Right, exactly. So here that's not the case. You've already made it, so that's no longer a builder for the 5 point, which is part of the reason. The other nice thing about this is it makes a 3 point board and it puts pressure on these blots here. However, this one, the advantages are it hits a checker, sends a second checker back against against a 2 point board versus a 1 point board, and partially escapes one of the back checkers while duplicating the fours and ones that hit and enter at the same time. This will be a good one to analyze.
So in playing doubles, I like to play the ones that I know for sure first, and then leave the ones that are maybe that I like to focus on. So, all right.
Yep, so I agree with this one. We'll continue.
Okay.
All right, dance. So
Okay.
now,
Yeah. What do we got here? We're up 10 pips, shooting at a block. We got a point. Well, if I was trailing, I would for sure double. At this score, I'm sort of indifferent. I think
so
normally I would take a roll here.
okay, so a few things. At three away, typically you want to double more aggressively and take more cautiously because a doubled win, a single win, gets you to the Crawford game, which is a valuable score. So you want to pull the trigger a little bit faster than at other scores. Also, the other thing I like to look at are market losers. So what are the market losers? So for example, you can hit with a 1, a 6-3, or a 5-4. So that's 15 numbers that hit. And then if blue dances, that's only 4 out of 36 times, then it's probably a market loss, right?
Yeah.
But what else is there? I mean, you could roll like a double and just like or run out. There's already a checker on the bar. Like a double five would hit and maybe make another
Well,
point.
suppose, how are you playing 6-2?
6-2, that's a good question. So I guess, being up in the race, you just want to do that. But if you're trying to go for a gammon, you might want to bring two down or something like that.
No, with 6-2, I'm going to go to the 16 point, right? And let's give him a crappy number. Let's give him like a 1-5.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm thinking, double take,
Yeah.
right? You roll something kind of average. I'm okay with the double. It may well be right.
Well, you're the guest. I always leave the final decision to you. So what would you like to do?
Let's leave the cube in the middle and I'll get dinged in the analysis.
Okay. It's always, we can learn from that. Okay. So now 5-3.
Okay, much like my 6-2. Well, hang on.
Well, what else is there?
Oh, well, you can make your 3 point, which I don't really like, but it's certainly, you're making a good point while he's on the roof. That can't be all bad. And what else? The other thing would be like 10 and 11. That's kind of good too, but I think we just make the 16.
Yeah. Now if he rolls a 5-1, you double.
Yeah.
4-1.
Okay, I'm gonna roll.
You roll?
Yeah.
What would you change in this position to make it a double?
Um, I think, well, for sure, if you move from a checker from the 13 to the 8, and then split the men on the 6 point.
Yeah.
Alternatively, let's see, if you take blue's checker on his 5 point, you move it to his ace point.
Right.
Right. Now I'm feeling a lot. That would probably be enough for me to double there too.
Yeah. So afterwards, we'll have that opportunity to modify the position and see what happens. So here, did you say roll or
Yeah, roll.
okay. Okay, so 6-1, you're gonna hit, right?
Hit. Yeah. And let's say, oh, this is interesting. So if we leave the man in the 16, then he's got 4s to hit and 4s to make the 21. I'm not sure, but I think I'm going to go this way.
What's the other option would be like this?
Yeah, I mean that's a natural play. That's what you would normally do, and it kind of has the same benefit, right? Because with the 3, unless it's 4-3, he's going to have to choose between making the 21 and hitting, or covering.
It's triplicated.
Yeah, yeah,
And it keeps these checkers connected.
yep. All right, we can make the natural play.
Which one's the natural play? This?
This one, yeah, I'm
Okay.
talking myself into it.
Okay.
Oh,
All
okay.
right.
Well, I'm not doubling.
Okay. Four.
I guess we got to, hang on, I would like to take a second.
Yep.
There really is nothing else. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. 6-4. Hit back.
Hang on, hang on.
Now we're
Oh,
looking.
there. What do we got? Up 18 pips. We got fives and fives and threes. Okay, roll.
Roll. Well, again, what would you like to make this a double? Like I know the blue has an anchor here, so that's big, right?
Mm, I think if I had like the 9 point or the 7 point,
Yeah.
um, I don't know, things like stripping his eight,
Yeah.
sending with his slot on the five deeper in his home board, those all count for something.
Right. Or even like making this anchor back, like moving one checker from the 4 to the 1.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
All right. 3-2.
Okay, so we come in with a two, and now we have a choice. Yeah, we gotta hit him on the 20.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, how do we add here? We're up a boatload in the race, but it's not a race. I roll.
Okay.
All right. 6 to 4, 15 to 9.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
4-2. Right.
Yeah,
Roll, right?
sure. Yeah, we're a long ways from anything. Yeah, I guess we just make the 3 point.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Now 4-2.
21 and 9.
Yeah. I mean, the 2 is great to make this point, and this is the best 4
Yeah,
after that. Okay. Still
roll.
rolling, right? Okay. 5-1.
So we hit. Okay, what's he got? He's got twos and twos and fives. I just come to the eight.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be right to hop out, but I think it's just a little too Mr. Blot.
Right. Too many blots.
Yeah. Okay, hang on. This is starting to look promising.
Promising.
So we're up 30. He's got that. Okay, roll.
Well, 5-3.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, hit on the 4. That would be threes and ones, or fours and fives, twos, and 12 to 9.
Were there any other options you were considering?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to hit two on the ace, right?
Because?
It's not what I want to do. It's not part of a prime versus prime thing. You don't have that many direct covers. I mean, a lot of the times I don't hit on the ace when I should, and maybe this is one of those, but I really don't like it.
Yeah. So here and then here.
Yeah.
Okay. 4-2. Hit twice.
Uh-huh.
Okay. 6-2. And now. Would you double as blue in this position?
What's the race? Race is even. No.
Okay.
Well, as blue, I'd want to be in the position to make the 9 point. You know, if
Yeah.
I have a reasonable shot of making the 9 point, then I would send it over.
Yeah. Well, now we're being doubled. So if you
Okay.
were to double, would you take?
Absolutely. Oh yeah, in a heartbeat.
Okay. All right. Now, so the four is forced.
Yeah, and come out.
Come out. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. I want to keep rolling, right?
yeah,
So
yeah. Out
four
again. Out again.
out again. Okay. All right. Another 5-3.
Interesting. Okay, 11 and 5.
11 and 5.
Yeah.
And then what about like safe play here?
No.
Or the alternative is like something like this.
Hmm. What's the race? You're down
Down, down
6.
6.
It feels wrong, but I mean, it might be okay.
So here you do this,
Oh yeah.
and I guess it gives fours there.
Well, I mean, does he even want to hit me? Am I trying to be missed? I'm not so sure. I guess in an even race, maybe I am.
He wants to escape, right? So hitting and escaping will be good for him, or at least partially escaping.
That would be like a 7. Okay.
7 or like a 4-3. Yeah, well, a 4-3 would do
Four
that.
three is a 7.
Yeah, or 6-4, for example, 4 with the 6, or
Well, I'm okay with that. That's in that case, I'm kind of glad I left the block there.
might get the anchor. Okay, 6-5. Okay,
All right.
we
All right.
got the 4-3.
Yeah. Okay, slot the 4.
All right.
Okay, 21 and 4.
Yeah, it's nice to have this spare to kind of pop out.
Yeah, I was hoping to maybe make the 23 point, but doesn't look like he's going to accommodate us.
Right. Okay, see, we weren't even hit with the
Yeah.
1. Okay, 5-4.
Certainly out with the 5 and just 8 to 4.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, a big set, we're not that badly off
Right.
here. Um, 16 to 6.
Yep. Okay.
And slot the 2, 13, 12. 2, yeah, 2 and 12.
Okay. Okay, we're down 20 before, so now it's going to be an even race after.
Yeah, I think that's our best shot. So 2 to the 16. Well, hang on, hang on.
Oh, maybe not. Yeah, 2 there.
So this we know for sure,
Yeah.
and it's pretty good. And then going to the 8 and 7 doesn't really help us at all. So yeah, that's just not efficient. So all the way to the 11, your first instinct.
Yeah. Okay. 4-2. Now we're going to keep rolling.
Oh yeah. All right.
Uh,
I guess 10 twice.
Twice like that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh-oh.
1 to the 7. Now we'll get one in for sure next time.
Okay.
Okay. 2 to the 6 point.
Yep. Trying to make that right triangle structure.
Yeah.
5-3.
Yeah.
Okay. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
We only get 2 off. All right. And then go to the 2 point.
2 point.
Yeah.
Do you consider like playing like this so double fours
No.
takes 4 off? You don't need
No.
it yet.
I mean, I could see. I'd rather do 3 to 1 before that instead of coming off the 6 point.
Yeah. So like this.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That.
Hang on for a sec. Hang on for a sec.
4.
Yeah, four for sure. Do we buy any doubles here? Not really. Go ahead. The original play.
Yeah.
Well, I think we can safely resign here.
Yeah.
This is the best we're going to do, right?
Okay. So now it's the Crawford game. 3 away, 1 away Crawford.
Okay.
Double 4.
Uh, this is one away. This is an interesting score. I get this score a lot. And it's basically just like a normal game. You don't really change anything you would from a 0-0 score. So 20 twice, 9 twice.
Yeah. A lot of people consider this a DMP-like score because a gammon at this score will only get you the free drop, which is not big, and a gammon loss is not like is just like a regular loss. So in that respect, it's just make the DMP play.
No. Well, I don't agree.
What is your opinion?
I mean, the other guy can get backgammoned and gammoned. I don't know. Is it DMP? I never really thought about that.
Well, backgammon, of course, would lose the match, but a gammon would get you to DMP, whereas a
Yeah.
single win gets you to 2 away, 1 away post Crawford, which is an immediate double to make it DMP. So it's just a
Right.
free drop that you're losing.
Yeah, yeah. I always think of it more as just play your regular, even match score instead of thinking it as DMP.
Yeah,
But you might be right.
yeah. Okay, well, let's continue.
Yeah.
All right, now I guess we're just gonna roll 3, 2.
Yeah. So hit and down from the mid.
Okay.
Interesting. Ah. Well, we have a chance to be creative here. Yeah, let's be creative. So 13-9-6-4.
What about just like simple like that?
So that's the normal play. And this may well be right. Do I want to be talked into this? Do I want to come to my senses?
Well, I mean, like here we're down by 6 in the race. That's not huge.
Yeah. All right, sure.
Doing
We can
this
do
is
that.
kind of like asking for it, but it's up to you. You're the guest.
No, no, let's make the 5 point. I think you're right.
Okay. All right. 4, 3.
Okay, slot the 4, slot the 3.
Okay.
And let's see, I guess 5 and 3, 10-5-6-3.
Mhm.
Okay, make the 4. So what's the race now? We're down 16, 15. Hmm. I guess 8-6 and 13-12.
Yeah, just get the crossovers. It's unlikely that we're going to get a shot, and this is best for the race.
Even if we do, we still have a pretty good 4 point board, right?
Right. Right. But we're not, I guess in this way, we're not slotting the back of the prime.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so double 6 can't move these.
Okay.
So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy to
Interesting, it
play.
doesn't think that's forced.
Yeah, it's forced.
Yeah, but why doesn't it play it for us?
Oh, I don't have it set to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. 5, 1.
So where are we at here? We're down 3. So no point in being manly. 2 from the 6.
Okay. Now we're down 2-1.
Make the 2.
All right, down 7.
Okay, down 7. My inclination is just to run.
Yeah.
The problem is you're making his bad numbers good, like his tiny numbers that you want for the raise now just crush you completely. But maybe it's right. Yeah, just 2 from the 6.
2 from the 6.
Yeah.
The other thing that I've learned at this kind of a score, at the Crawford game, if we lose a gammon, it doesn't really matter. So here we have an anchor. If we run, it's not technically an anchor, but it serves somewhat as an anchor. So I call it kind of like a phantom anchor. Helps us even out the race in case we're able to race and retains the board. But
Okay, money.
this one, it's good for blocking some more. So we're going to have to kind of rely on the defensive position.
I'm really okay either way. Don't,
Okay,
you know.
we'll do what you suggested first.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now 5-4. We're down by 6 before.
5 comes out. Okay. And I guess a 4 comes out too.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're racing. Double 3.
6 and 13.
Okay, that was a good roll.
Uh-huh. Well, we're entitled once in a while, right?
I know everyone's entitled.
Yeah.
A lot of people have a sense of entitlement nowadays.
Yeah, well, play this often enough, it kind of gets beaten out of you.
All right, we'll see if we can squeeze this one out.
Okay.
Oh no, we're gonna need something.
Now or never.
Now or never. Never. Okay, so now we'll analyze it. So the 3-1, yeah, this is the one we were discussing. Here it's better to make the 5 point.
Yeah.
And then here the hit was clear. It just does so many good things.
Yeah, let's look at what was the other play. So I said that 22 twice. No, I said 22 twice and 11 twice was much worse than
This one.
yeah. So after doing 22 twice and yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah, it also the other thing I didn't mention is hitting knocks off a builder that can be used to make the point, to make the inner board point.
Sure.
And that's part of the reason why you bring 2 down there.
Yeah.
So here, this was wow. This was a pass.
Okay. So
Let's see, like for money, do you think this is a double for money?
oh, if it's passive the score, it must be, but I wouldn't double it. And I would certainly take it.
Yeah, let's see what it looks like. So here it's still a double, but it's a take for money, but not at this score. So let's just look at this for a second here because you're winning 69% of the times, but a lot of gammons here, 24% gammons. A double gammon wins you the match. So some of the things I look at is, you ever look at this?
Rarely.
Well, the dice distribution, so you want to look at the market losers. This is after double take, and you go to the 1, and you see how many rolls your equity will be more than 1. So the double 5s and double 6s, double 4s. Let's see, the double 3 hits, double 2 is good, 6-1 will hit, 4-1, 5-4, and 6-3 will hit, and all the aces. So that was a lot of rolls that do something good and send a third checker back against a 2-point board. So that's a good thing to learn. At this score, if you do that, you're gonna win a lot of gammons, and that's valuable. We could look at it at other scores, like let's say if we're looking at it a match like a 7-point match, Now it's still a double, but now it becomes a take because a double gammon doesn't end the match.
What if you're up 1-0 to 3? So I'm thinking you don't double that.
Right, yeah. If you're ahead like that, you don't want to.
What's the machine? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a blunder. It's a blunder to double. But let's say it's a 5 point match at four away. It's a pass because the double gammon wins. And if you're ahead four away, three away, now I think it's probably a bigger pass. Yeah. Uh, but if you're three away and the opponent's four away, it might still be a double here. No, it's a small no double. And then what about a three away, two away? Three away, two away is too good to double.
Yeah, I would certainly double at that score, and
Yeah.
I would I take as blue. It's too good to double, and I'm thinking about taking. Well,
It's a good learning opportunity because this is what I call a one-way gammonish position. Red's winning more than 2/3 of the time, and then the gammons are huge in favor. It's like four times as many gammons for red as for blue. So it's very lopsided in terms of the gammons. So you have to be careful at scores where even an undoubled gammon or a doubled gammon are very valuable. And that's the case at three away and four away.
yeah, I guess blue doesn't have much more than he was born with.
Right, right.
Okay.
All right. So then the 5-3. Okay, so those plays were close. The two down play was close.
Yeah.
Oh, that came out on top. I wonder what would happen if, let's say we had doubled here. Let's say we doubled, they took, and now we rolled the 5-3. Would you play it differently?
No.
Okay. Yeah, now they're still close. Let's see how close they were. It was closer without the double.
Yeah, because now that you've doubled, you just want to bring it home, right? You're not aiming to leave with a cube anymore.
Right, right. And what about gammons? Does that win more gammons? It wins more gammons when you bring two down.
I'm
But
really
the
not thinking gammons when I've got, basically 1 point and not a lot of builders and stuff on the other side of the board. Got to get sorted out.
yeah, there's a long way to go.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty easy for blue to manufacture to get more checkers sent back or to escape. Could go either way.
Right. Okay, so the next one, this was also a double.
Yeah, so from this position, you have a clear plan now. You're just trying to bring it home, right? You're
Right.
up in the race, you got your checkers out of the back, you just want to come home.
So this one, let's see if we put it into here. Let's say this were here. Knowing that it was a double in the original position, do you think this would be a double?
Well, knowing it was in the original, I don't really think that way. I just look at what's in front of me here. So would I double this? So I'm up 12. I got that. I got good things happening. Yeah, I'm doubling this
Okay, because
because I've got a nice stable position here, right?
yeah,
Lots of good things can happen and nothing terrible is going to happen.
yeah. So we didn't double in this position, but now this is our position is worse. So now it's not quite a double. That's, having the 5 point makes a big difference, even though
Uh-huh.
we're shooting at these.
So I'm
Uh,
much happier doubling this than doubling the original one.
really?
Well, yeah, because you don't have any clarity in the original position, really.
This original position?
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Did we get out this far? Or no, we still the original non-double was back
Oh,
when we had,
okay. So I'm not referring to this original non-double. I'm referring to this one where we're at now.
yeah. So this should be doubled.
Yeah, this one we decided not to double, but
Okay.
obviously this is stronger than this.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Right. So that's evident by the
Yeah,
numbers.
this should be doubled. Absolutely.
This turns out it looks like a small no double. However, when the 5 point is not made as in this position, it's much stronger. So now it becomes a
Okay.
double.
All
That
right.
makes sense. Okay, and
Yeah.
then the 6-1. Okay, so this is the one we were looking at, right?
Right.
So the hit is clear, and then let's see what happens. Yeah, it looks like they were close, but 16 to 10 is a little better.
Right.
Okay. All right, and then the 6-4 was clear to just come in and hit.
Mm-hmm.
And the 3-2, we were considering two different plays for the three,
Yeah.
but this one was uh,
Clear.
clear. Yeah. All right, and then the 6-2. So this one, it looks like it wanted the safer play of just coming out, being ahead so far in the race. I guess you don't want to risk having another checker sent back.
Um,
So it liked this play, resulting in this position, whereas we chose to hit and bring one down.
yeah, I mean, unless you're as good as XG, you have a certain style, and certainly it's much more my style to play this way and try to go forward.
Right. Okay, and then the next one was the 4-2. That was forced.
Yeah.
And
Now
then
this kind of a situation is a downside of my style, right? It's not all upside.
yeah. Uh, the 6-3 was clear to make the 3 point.
Okay, that's good. I'm happy to hear
And
that.
the 4-2, you just want to anchor and bring one down.
Yeah.
Now the 5-1. Oh, see,
Oh, I wanted to pop out here.
it did. I think it has to do with the board strength here. We have a 3 point board versus a 2 point board, so we're favoring the hitting exchange, and also we're ahead in the race, so we've got to start moving these.
Yeah. Well, you can see that bad things might happen here. Mr. Blot.
Right. There are many blots.
Well, it's only four. What's the worst that could happen?
Double twos,
Ah,
double
we,
fours. What happens with double twos and double fours? Yeah.
it's just a mosquito bite. It doesn't really hurt.
Okay, 5-3. Okay, so this is what we were talking about, the double hit.
And it's like, no way I'm double hitting, and it's a blunder not to.
Uh,
Okay.
one of, one of the things I learned one time from Neil Kazaros is that despite the fact that you don't have direct covers after this play, these other checkers in the zone actually help out a lot because you can cover with 6-5 and then the 3-7s here, as well as double fours here. So there are numbers when you have all this in the zone, and the double tempo, putting two on the bar just accomplishes a lot. After this, there's just a lot. It's much easier for blue to anchor. Even rolling a one would anchor, right?
Cube's still in the middle, so I'm not too fussed about that.
Yeah,
If he's got an 8 point game and he wants to take it, well, I'll take my chances.
yeah. Okay. And look, it says the 21-16-12-9. It liked that even better. Just bringing it
Yeah.
out.
Right. Okay. So this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
I mean, you're giving him sixes and fours and threes more than you really want to, but you're kind of beefing up your prime nicely. You're ahead in the race, so you do want to run. So I
yeah,
can certainly buy this play.
yeah. And the other thing is Blue's army is kind of split here, so he's going to have to either do something this way or do something over here, and there's not a lot of connectivity between the halves.
Yeah.
Okay, so then there was the 6-2, which was forced, of course, and
Hmm.
then this was the doubling decision. Blue doubled, so let's see. It turns out to be a small no double, but it was a pretty clear take, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And then
So XG dinged himself.
yeah, yeah. Well, it plays on like 3 ply level, and this is the plus
Right.
plus. So then the 6-4 was clear to just come in and come out, and the 5-4 was the same idea here.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the 5-3.
Hang on. He
5-4?
wants to go 8 to 5 somewhere.
No,
Somewhere. Oh, no.
this is the 5-4. This is the 5-4
Okay.
coming out, right? And then
Yeah.
it was
Okay.
this one. This is the one we were talking about, remember?
Yes.
So there was the option that, oh, the 16-8 was the safe play, like this, which
Yeah.
results in this position. It is a little awkward with this stack here and the stripped points. And then the other one that I think, did I mention this one? Bring
16.
this
You
out.
mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like that. This was effectively tied.
Yep.
It didn't seem to like what we chose, which was this play like
Right.
this, resulting in this position. Yeah, I guess it did have the disadvantages of letting blue come out, send another checker back, and escape or partially escape one. Okay. And then let's see. Next was 4-3. There was nothing really but 11-4.
Mhm.
And then the 4-2 was just stepping up. And these ones look like they may have been close, but that was pretty. You're not really in much threat leaving this blot here. Okay, and then the 5-4 was just coming out and then safetying. That
Mhm.
made sense. And the 6-4 was just coming into the 6 point, putting a nice spare right there.
Yep.
And the 4-1, this was rather irrelevant what we did here.
Sure.
The double 5, let's see, there were some options. It looks like we ended up selecting the top play, but no matter what, you really needed to come out
Yeah.
for the race. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Because the race is within reach now. You've got a racing take.
yeah,
And you're really not going to get a lot of shots from a 21 point board like that. You get
yeah,
some,
yeah. Okay,
and then from here, the race just didn't go our way.
right. Okay, so that was it. We'll go to the next game. So the double 4 was, yep, that's the play you want to make. And the 3-2 was just hitting and then bringing one down. That was straightforward.
Yeah.
And then I think I may have talked you into this.
No, no, I wanted to make the, yeah, well, I mean, you brought it to my attention, and upon reflection, I agree with you.
Oh, this is, where is it? The 13-9-6-4. This is the one you were talking about.
Yeah, the bananas play.
Yeah, it is creative.
Well, you can't be gammon, right?
Right.
If he gets that last checker out, you're kind of sad, right? This way, he pretty much has to hit you to get that last checker out, and then you've got a little more stuff in behind, right?
Yeah.
So it's not a normal match score, so you can contemplate things that are a little more gammon prone.
Right.
Yeah.
So in this at this score, it's a Crawford score, so there's no cube in play,
Right.
which is similar to DMP. And what I tell people at DMP is without the doubling cube, there are 4 primary strategies to winning a game. One is, of course, racing, which is the simplest. You just bring your checkers home. The second is priming, which is what we're trying to do here. The third is attacking or blitzing, which is not necessarily as effective when gammons don't matter. And the fourth is a defensive strategy like a holding game. So when you play this, you're kind of almost committing to a priming game or a defensive holding game. You're kind of losing your racing equity should you be hit. But you do also have attacking equity, whereas here you kind of keep the priming possible prime, and you keep your racing equity because you're a lot less likely to be hit. and the race is relatively close. So that's kind of what I was thinking when I suggested it.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
Yeah, sometimes I'm wrong.
We all are.
Yeah. Okay, so the 4-3 didn't really matter here,
Yeah,
and the 5-3 same thing, and the double one, this didn't really matter. This is just like
yeah,
picking hairs. And the double six was forced, easy to play, and 5-1 same, 2-1 would just make the point, and then where were we at here? Oh, okay, so this is the one we were talking
yeah.
about. Let's see how close. Okay, so
They're both
this
reasonable.
this was slightly better, but they're both reasonable. Now here's the point where you just want to go with both.
Yeah. So
Same one.
going back to the 4-3.
Yeah,
So I think the reason that it leans in favor of burying checkers is because you're making his bad racing numbers good. Like his worst number is 2-1, and now you're making
right,
it golden.
right, exactly, exactly. That's something we could see. Yeah, you see this right here?
Yeah.
All these small numbers are good after the other play. Okay. So then the 5-4, you just want to run.
Yep.
And then what else? The double three and what happened here? We just kind of lost in the race, right?
Yeah, we came close. We got the silver.
Silver medal is good.
Not so much, but it's all we got.
A boy says to his dad, he comes home from school, I got into a fight. And he says, how'd you do? I got silver.
Same idea.
All right. So that was the match. I'll do some further analysis in detail. I thought that was good. The first one was pretty quick, but the second one had a few interesting positions.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I need to work on my game.
There's always opportunity to learn. That's why we do it. I mean, the first thing is to have fun, and the second is to learn. And I think we got that out of this.
Yeah, yeah, I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. I feel like these are really good for myself actually to learn. Part of the thing I like about this series is that you get to talk with the guest, and you kind of hear out the thought process and talk about the different options. And during the analysis, we can modify the positions and look at all the various things like dice distribution and other things. And I feel like I learn a lot, and I enjoy it. You know, one of the things I tell everyone is by when I started making this channel, I've had the opportunity to meet and interact with people from all over the world that I otherwise wouldn't have done. So I appreciate that opportunity. It's always a pleasure to see you virtually on Zoom, and I always hope to meet my guests in person one day. If you're ever in Los Angeles, I'm happy to have you as my guest. We'll take you out to dinner. It's hard for me to travel much because of my work and family commitments, but be
Yeah,
happy to meet
sounds
you.
great.
Yeah. Do you ever travel to like large tournaments or anything?
I used to, but I don't anymore. Um, with COVID, I'm toying with doing a little travel, but probably go to some place that has a good jazz club.
Yeah,
So
maybe New Orleans or St. Louis.
I was thinking more like Japan.
Oh, Japan. Do they have jazz clubs in Japan?
They do, sure. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Been to Havana and been to Barcelona. Saw some nice clubs there. Had a trip planned to New York, but that got canceled, I think, just a week before the lockdown. Right? We're all packed up and then, oh no,
Yeah.
you're not going.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting you mentioned that. When I was in college, I took one or two classes on jazz music and the history of jazz. So I learned a lot about, you know, well, at least in the United States where it started. And those are like two of the major cities, St. Louis and New Orleans, where there's been a lot of jazz. I'm not familiar with the international jazz scene like you are, but that's very interesting.
Well, I mean, it was born in the States, born in New Orleans, presumably. You didn't really see much. The first people you saw out of the States were probably Django Reinhardt in the 30s.
I
He's
remember Scott Joplin.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
I mean, he's not always included in jazz, but he's certainly next door, right?
yeah.
And interesting thing about Scott Joplin is that we have recordings of him, but I think he passed away before Edison did his vinyl.
Uh,
So the recordings we have are the player piano,
oh, okay.
right? So you can get CDs of the piano rolls being played on one of the player pianos, and that's Scott Joplin at the keyboard.
Wow. Do you play any musical instruments yourself?
Does a CD player count?
I guess you can count that.
That's the only way I would get in.
Yeah, yeah. I played piano when I was young, and now my son plays piano. It's very good. It's good
Yeah,
to
I'm sure it
play.
is.
Good hobby. Well, wonderful. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to talk to you and see you. Do you have any final comments before we conclude the video?
No, thank you. I enjoyed it.
All right, my pleasure. It's always a pleasure to have you. You have an open invitation to come back, whether it's to play another match or if you want to get a doubles partner, we can play all together or something else backgammon related. Thank you again for your time. 1990 world champion Hal Heinrich from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Thank you to the viewers for watching. I appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Please let me know what you think in the comments below and what you'd like to see in future videos so I can work on that. Again, my book, Backgammon Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is in the description. I look forward to seeing everyone in future videos. And until then, keep rolling your dice.